beautiful people. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is doing great. And I know I haven't been on here for quite a long time. And today I'm here to speak on the effect of postnatal depression on child's development. And I think I haven't verbally spoken enough into that area of the topic. And so I think I came on here because I think right now is just the best time to actually speak on it with a real lifetime scenario or cases that I actually witnessed with my eyes. Yes. And then the person spoke on. Yeah, I wouldn't obviously diagnose and say it's postnatal depression or whatsoever based on the explanations. But since I have been talking about, what she spoke about, like she told me, could be one of the causes, why the child behave in that sort of way. And I think I have actually talked about the factors that can hinder someone having postnatal depression. And what she told me about is actually one of the factors that I actually spoke on. Yes, so it's actually like it does make sense to actually and use it as an example to comply with. Yeah, before I think I was just talking about it in a written format, but now I think it does make sense right now to actually use a real-time life story to talk about it. So previously I did mention that postnatal depression, if you don't know, it's a type of depression that the mother can develop after having a baby, like within the first 6 months period of those times. And then but sometimes if left untreated or depending on the factors that caused the type of depression, so it could be a long-term impact on the mother and the child. Most importantly, I think sometimes the child does get affected. Yeah, they tend to had some form of for example, behavioral issues when they go to school. And before back then I wouldn't understand why certain children behave in a certain way, but having read or background knowledge on something, like you can actually says that it could be one of those things because it had similarities when it comes to the signs or the symptoms of whatever that person is experiencing. So as previously mentioned, that the absence of the father from the child and the mother after sometimes even fathers, you have some fathers that can disappear, like they will be absent from the mother even during antenatal period, so not to talk of postnatal period. And within those times, of course, it is the time that the mother needs someone to be by their side. And just being comforting them, they can feel a bit at ease, just to know that someone is there for them. So at that particular moment, I know they do have people like midwives. They usually send to them, to do all of those type of work, but it's not more comforting. Like you having someone that you started that journey and you would love to see a greater outcome, like having to raise your own child together, like seeing them grow into a beautiful, handsome, child. So, but sometimes it's not like that. So back on the topic. So I saw this mother, like they were just walking, passing, and then the child was crying, just crying, and I felt, oh, with my love for kids, I was like, no, I felt so bad when I saw the child crying. So I had to, because the mother was like fed up. She couldn't, like, she doesn't know what to do. She was like, okay, yeah, she was like, I'm just going to leave you there, and yeah, so you can follow me. Basically, that's what she was trying to say. You can follow me when you're ready. So I had to go and pick the child up, and then I have to, start encouraging her, just speak in that baby tone kind of voice with her. And then, guess what? She stopped crying. And then, so within the moment of interacting with the child, and then, yeah, so she had to explain why the child sometimes behave like she does behave like that, especially strangers, when she sees strangers and stuff. So sadly as well, when she's at home, sometimes she will just sit down quietly. Yeah, but it happens that the father is not around with the child. Yeah. And then sometimes the child will just sit down. She will just be calling her dad, like, and her dad is nowhere to be found around the house. He's somewhere leaving the burden for the mom, and then, yeah, not knowing what impact he's creating, being an absent dad from the baby. So yeah, and then we interacted, and then she explained. So, well, then sometimes, yeah, so the bond is one of the effect, like there will be no bond between the mom and the child, like they will feel isolated, and when they go to school they will just feel withdrawn from others, and then they will start acting in a way that is not, probably if you ask them they wouldn't want to behave in such way. So I just told the mom to be easy on her, like to take it easy on her. And I do understand you having to juggle. I know I haven't been a mom yet, so hence why I don't know I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, speaking on their own sort of shoes. So I just said I do understand the frustrations, the anger, or having to do all the things by yourself without someone that you would wish or want to be there for you and your child. So I just told her to take it easy on her, and then she shouldn't use whatever the dad is causing on her to the child, because sometimes when probably she thinks of the dad, whatever he's doing to her, she will just want to use those anger on the child, and will start being, and it's not a nice thing to see, a humble child, like beautiful child crying. No, I don't like to see none of that, like, no. So yeah, I had to interact with the child. I just wish I can see her again, and then see if there has been changes since the last time we met, and then if she stopped being, well, I wouldn't say naughty to the mom, but if she stopped behaving in such a way, in such manners, so that's it, please, Dad. out there. Please, you don't know what you're causing to your child. Stop being absent from your child. You don't know what you're causing mentally, psychologically, and sometimes they would have problems during their adulthood as well. So a word for a wise is quite sufficient.